It.
Cheeks.
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 When it come to you, cheeks. Oh my God. Hey,
Oh damn, we're
Yeah, I
gonna
think I
need
want
Tim
to.
for the
cheers.
relationship corner though.
Oh
I
yeah.
definitely want to build a house from scratch. Make my own shit. I want an
Yeah,
in-ground pool,
I
conversation
think
pit.
on house number 3, that's the move.
House, not a
Yeah.
home.
I heard
Chair,
building's
not a
crazy
I
throne.
know you
expensive though.
rubbing
I
me
guess I
the
could ask
wrong.
Tim.
I know I did you wrong. You said some hurtful words, but they ain't gonna stick in stone. Don't be
Oh,
foolish.
foolish. You know what the truth is.
He's got to tell him what Ho said. I was just fucking with girls. I was gonna get right back.
Man, what a fucking line.
That was a fucking song, bro. What the,
What if I
bro? What is,
Yo. Are you in prison again? What's going on? This nigga
bro?
like outer
Light
space right
out,
now.
bro.
What up, man? We already live, so people seeing all this shit.
All right, bet. Nah, yeah, ain't no fucking
What up?
prison. Just a natural light.
That ain't natural.
But
That
just
shit
that
bright
light
as
skin
shit.
shit. Give me that
That
light
shit is
skin
far from
glow.
natural. But I wonder how they order this shit. Anyway, probably because Tim's muted. That's why Hops came in front of him. No homo.
Oh,
All right, we ready to pod?
you know, it disappeared.
Yeah, we had some
Are
good
you guys
topics in
Are you guys ready to listen to us? Should we put the link up?
I was like, what?
Let's put the link up. Oh shit, I forgot to do this shit though.
Okay, with the new Michelin Nest, we see the logo. Go to
Nah,
Milwaukee
man.
one time, come back with some Michelin Nest.
I don't know
lids.
which one I like. This one or this one?
Bro, I'm on this
Space
hat game. I just bought a hat on accident and then led to a whole thing.
Oh, I'm a dead cat.
Yeah, I ain't seen this dude without a hat
Bro, I
since
love
that
him.
day.
Yeah, dude. I got like 10 hats now out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, since I kept my shit, I've been wearing them again.
I bought a car. Fucking
Let
some
the
brothers.
fans see the cut.
What fans? Nobody in here right now.
You got what? You got the Caesar?
I got the waves. I mean, we good. We out here.
Oh
You know what I'm
shit!
saying?
Hey, have you ever really
Oh,
went
I
to
don't
the
never
barber
see
shop
what
and
you
asked
wear.
for a Caesar?
Nah,
What video game is that shit from? That's from like Grand Theft Auto.
2K and shit.
Grand Theft Auto
It's a
calls
Grand
it a
Theft Auto.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Probably is Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, that's what it's called though.
The
Yeah, that's
CJ
what
walked
it's
in and said, get the Caesar. It was a haircut.
Just move down.
I
Oh
would die
shit,
before I walk into a
I think I
barber
like
shop
the
and ask for
zoom.
a Caesar.
bruh. What do you got a little stubble up there right now?
Man, I'm super dirty right now. I need to cut this.
You know we like on camera and shit, right?
Bro, I don't care.
No, all
I've
right.
done
Just
worse
be
on
dirty
camera
then.
than talk about a haircut.
True.
Oh, what have you done on camera?
Talk about a haircut. What he said? Woke up. He said woke up, gave him a crew cut, broke his arm, never seen him again.
Oh my god.
Woke up, broke his arm.
All right, one swig we on.
Let's see. What?
Where's
So I
Tim?
had to take one swig.
Taking
Tim is
care of Jello.
Yo, Tim is funny. All right, we good to go? Are you done looking at cribs?
Yeah.
While Tim go put his baby back in the crib,
The baby in the
Ooh.
corner.
But you're not a rapper though.
and James just got back to the crib.
Feel me? Yeah. Go ahead, Dino.
I'm really
Lead us
here.
off.
Oh, well, hello there, everybody. This is the Five Mics Podcast. Welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. This is Dino. We got Monte, James, Io, and Tim. You know what it is, the fellas. I'm gonna stop asking how we're doing because y'all never respond. It's like one guy, and then we kind of tail off into a conversation. So
We
fuck all
always.
that. We're all good. If we here, we good. That's what it is. Anyway, we're men, so we can't talk about it anyway. So fuck it, right? That's the topic.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into some shits. We want to start. You want to go right into the corner?
Right in it.
Right into the corner. I'll start with some hot shit. Right? What did you say
Okay.
earlier, Io? Nah, let's do the other one. Let's keep it. Oh, actually, I like yours, Monte.
That
Could you be a
loyal
loyal
one?
side nigga? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Could you
Ooh.
be a loyal side nigga? I need you to explain that real quick though.
So when I was thinking about it, it was like, could you be loyal, say, to the cause, as in you don't catch feelings, you don't randomly pull up when you're not supposed to, you don't text when you're not supposed to, you play that role like you're
Okay.
loyal to that role of this days, this times, this what we can do, what we can't do, and that's
So
it.
a legit dick appointment.
Like a yeah, loyal dick appointment. Like you
Is
stay
side
very.
only sex? Because that's what I was going to get into. Like,
No, I think
or
I
do
don't.
you set
I
the
don't think
parameters
so.
first, or does she? Like, who determines like what level of side piece is it? Is it
I
the side or the person?
I feel like when you, uh, I feel like it's got to be both. But I feel like when you add multiple elements to the appointment, that's when it goes past that. That's when it becomes something deeper than just that appointment. If it's sex and oh yeah, I really like hanging out with you, or you going places or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if it goes beyond that single thing, if it just like sits at, hey, I love texting you all the time, great conversation, everything, it stays like that, cool. If it's just Tuesday nights, Thursday mornings, those are the
Damn, before
days.
work.
Ooh, but hey, pep
Yeah, I
you
know.
up
You gotta be
before
a savage. You gotta be a savage to cheat before work.
before work.
Man,
Rise in the morning. First thing you do is cheat.
Hey,
Coffee,
it's
hey,
been
breakfast, dick. It's
it's been
fucking
some crazy it's been some crazy
hey,
times.
hey, pull up
I
for
think
work.
I think I could be a loyal side nigga for sure. Like that's easy.
You don't think
I
you
have been a loyal side nigga for
you don't think
before.
you catch feel like well, she's just
Nah,
like fire and stuff like that.
No, she's a
And
hoe.
what on the
She's unloyal.
to piggyback off
word.
it too, what would it take for you to be like? What does the chick have to offer, like, for you to be like, yo, I'm gonna be? I know she got in the relationship, but I'm gonna be a loyal side nigga to it. Like,
Oh, if she approaches me and lets me know like, yo, this is what it is,
mhm,
and like whatever the situation. I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't do it if like if it was more hidden. You know, like if there was a chance like it could be found. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather have it where it's like a situation where the shorty's like, look, I'm married, but my dude understands like this is what I do. He takes care of everything. I take care of the kids, whatever. But this is what I do.
mhm,
All right, cool. It is what it is. Or if it's like it's he doesn't know, but I would never ever want him to fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like he knows, but he might find out. Like I would
mhm,
not do that shit.
yeah,
Yeah, either he's cool with it or like his shit is totally hidden, not in between. So then you don't want like some people are crazy, bro. They might try to kill you or some shit like that.
fact.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
Remember that dude in the bar, right? Who was
Yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah.
literally the person the entire time. It's literally the person I was thinking about.
The bitch was like, "Are you fucking him?" To me, I never even talked to this bitch in my life.
Bruh,
She was just on me, and I was like, "Nigga, I don't even talk to this girl."
bruh,
She's like, "Are
Yeah,
you
he
fucking him?" I said,
maybe.
I'm not fucking her, bro." But that nigga
yeah,
was ready to shoot somebody, and I
bruh,
was
he
like,
was
"Whatever."
gonna definitely shoot the club up.
The dude shot somebody that day. he was just waiting to shoot somebody else. The nigga was mad, dog.
yeah,
So
how do you get so in? How are you like? It would obviously if you get cheated on, it hurts. It would hurt. But why would you go to this thing? You want to kill some, like you want to kill the dude. Why don't you just be mad at her?
Uh,
I mean, like
well,
if you caught in the like you're married, and then you come home and you catch them cheating in the act, then yeah, I could see that. I could see that happen. Like you would beat his ass and like if you get super liable to kill him or some shit. But like you somehow found out, it's like okay, then she's just obviously she's not shit as a person or she's not shit as a partner. So like I don't know, take your L and go home.
shit.
Maybe it's the
Yeah,
embarrassing
I think
factor
that
of
was
it.
perfect. That's but the embarrassing shit only like that's the shit that chicks use. Like nobody even knows. Like,
Oh,
what are you embarrassed about?
until you say something.
Yeah, like if you put it on Facebook, yes, bitch, now everybody knows. So you should be
Yeah.
embarrassed. But why'd you put it on fucking Facebook?
You got
You know
me
what I'm
out here
saying?
looking stupid. Who?
Well, you got yourself looking stupid.
You walked out there. No, I'm saying.
But yeah, I think
Well,
you
there are
hit it on
dudes
the
who
head.
will kill themselves over a girl. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Kill themselves over a female? Kill yourself? There's
Plenty of fish.
there's no
.com.
box that good
Fish
that's
sharks.
suicide box?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
that mythical box though. This
mythical
nigga
box.
Chris Brown still singing about Karuchi, dog. She must have had a shit.
But didn't they have a
Oh
kid?
man, I was about to go on a tangent like a bitch,
Go ahead.
bro. That
We
album
here.
is not that good,
What?
We get
Oh
into it.
my!
bro. It's too
But
many features, man. It don't even sound like a love song. It don't even sound like a love
it's
song.
not. It's not.
But you put
When did Chris Brown like make that switch?
Can just
Have
a
you ever
quick
heard his
question?
album?
Quick question. You put Drake album over Chris Brown album?
Two different subjects.
All right, Monte walked away.
Two different subjects though.
Have you
It's like
listened to
comparing.
like his last 2-3 albums?
No.
It's literally the same thing. Like it's mad features, like especially in the beginning. It's really front
Yeah.
loaded, like mad features with the bouncy shit. And then he says, "All right, niggas, leave, and I'm gonna get into my R&B bag."
I didn't hear it yet. So I'm like, dude,
I mean,
he's got way too many features.
yeah, but I mean that's what niggas
Like
is
none of
listening
those
to.
songs, like literally like captivated my ear to where it was like I have to listen to it.
Oh, there's a few. That one with Blast is hard.
Yep.
Like consensus ones, like the one with Blast, the one with LMA,
the one with hers though.
her shit. They don't ever miss. That's not even fair.
What's the one with Lil Baby?
That's addicted. That's a good
Addicted. Yeah, that's just good.
The one with I like Fabio. I think I like Fabio right now.
Yeah,
I think that's why I
Fabio's
like
good.
that.
Yeah,
That one's hard.
yeah. Catch a
one. All
body.
this shit sounds the same.
Yeah. Nah, see, somebody said that, and I don't think they sound the same.
Well,
I think it
everything
gives
he
you the same
makes-
vibe.
Everything he's make sounds the same.
I don't know.
That drill music shit. That shit's got to end.
Who, Fabio or Chris Brown? What are you talking about?
Fabio.
Fabio.
Oh yeah. But I think he sounds good on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and I think he's better as a feature, like, because it's
Ain't
always a
nobody
drill
checking for his
song.
albums.
Yeah, I don't really like his album.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris Brown shit is cool.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it too. Yeah. For real.
But yeah, so side niggas, could we be loyal side niggas? Yeah, for sure.
I think so. Do you think there's more loyal side niggas than there are
Facts.
loyal
You ain't gotta finish
side
that.
chicks? Oh,
Yes.
Because men are not doing.
Side
I'm
girls
telling you as a
always
man.
side girls always fuck shit up. Always.
This sounds
most
like
of the time. Fucking shit up, dog. Because they catch feelings. Like I feel like so that's one of my sexist beliefs is that I don't think women are capable of having sex with you for a long time without catching feelings. I don't think it's possible.
yeah, I agree.
So inevitably, it's going to come to a head where they want to be her, and they know that they're not going to be, and then it's just going to cause problems.
Yeah.
I don't even think it has to be a long time. I just, we always talk about like just 3 times.
Yeah.
Like that's the number.
Yeah.
And we talked about that pre-pod. Like, there's literally like a chemical thing that happens.
Yeah, like an exchange, like a DNA exchange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. But yes, men will never go to another man to man. Because we've talked about this before. Like, nigga, if you DM me like, yo, your girl's been talking, nigga, all right, where you at? But women will do that, woman to woman and girl to girl bullshit like that. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Say bullshit, but whatever.
Okay, well, hey, I knew the answer to it, but I just thought like, damn, that'd be interesting for us to talk about to see.
Yeah, it's just sex.
No.
It's just sex to you, so you can land the cut forever. It's literally a sex appointment. Getting that off, like even like she could be fun to chill with. Like, yeah, maybe I don't just meet and just hook up and then just leave it. Yeah, maybe you come over kick it, talk for a little bit. Fuck y'all, it's cool. It's cool to hang out with her. She's a cool person, minus being a cheater. And y'all just kick it, and it's fun. And then you just go home.
Is it
Yeah,
still
how do
frowned
you feel
upon?
about that?
What?
When, like, say they're married and they have a kid and they just don't want to fuck up the the kid's life in a sense,
Mm.
I
by
understand it.
ruining a relationship. Like, say maybe the guy holds it down and like, so, we've talked about this before where like people just get fucking tired or they settle early or whatever, they get so used to it they're like, fuck, bro, like it's great, but at some point, like, you stop shooting layups, you want to shoot a three ball. Like, at some point you want to like change shit up
Mm.
or at least try it. And how you
Mm.
feel about that, like when they is it still frowned upon, like Monte just said?
I don't know. It's. I mean, I honestly, I think you run into seeing couples and marriages where you see it more often to where someone is tired of, or not tired of it, but they want something different than you do, to where they're like, oh yeah, hey, this has been fine. The same thing for 25 years. No, you just don't see that anymore. Um, is it frowned upon? I think it's always going to be frowned upon with how social media works and all that shit. It's always going to be those ones that you shouldn't be doing this, and then the masses come to follow up with that shit. Um, but I don't know. I mean, what's it called when you like multiple wives, husband, polygamy?
Polygamy.
Is that what yeah, polygamy. That's a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a thing, and like from what I've seen, it looks successful. And to me, that answer is because they have options of different shit, different personalities, different conversations, shit like that. I mean, I don't know. Having the same conversation for 30 years, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the we could talk about that shit, the polygamy versus monogamy. I don't know if we ever actually talked about it on the pod. Where
Hmm.
I think we talked about open relationships, but would you? Would you? I know society tells us monogamy, and I know biologically we're not monogamous. So it's already a conversation there. Like, but how do you guys feel with? Would you be able to be in a polygamous
Nah,
relationship situation?
nope.
No.
Motherfuckers annoying as hell. No.
Yeah, I think that's too many
No.
women. But at the
Yeah.
same time,
No.
you talked to multiple women at the same time before,
But is
but you
that
were able to get rid of them. Like,
is yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like if you're it's kind of like it's kind of like when people with no kids, they're like say they're like babysitting or something like that. Oh, kids are great and everything's like, yeah, because at the end of the day, you don't have to stay with them. Like
mm,
you know that it's gone at the end of the day. Like there, you can send it back with
send it back.
with with that commitment. That's a commitment to multiple, and then so you're having to commit to this, learn all these needs, wants and needs, do all that love languages, touching hands like James and whatever. Like you gotta know all that and do all that. That when it comes to multiple, that should be nah, way too much, way too much.
I think, yeah, you don't want to have multiple relationships going on at the same time. But honestly, if, like, let's say I get married and I'm with her for like 20 years, beautiful family, I provide for her, everything's taken care of. If I feel like if I go on a boys trip and I knock something down and like it's just don't ask, don't tell, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Knock some down is crazy.
Not like you're
Oh
starting
my
another
god.
relationship or like I have attached feelings, but if like and not like I'm just constantly cheating all the time, but like yeah, if every once in a while I step out on you, I don't think that should be an issue.
Yeah, I think it's like if you're able to, so we're gonna have to flip this at some point. But if you're able to like hold shit down, take care of the shit you need to take care of in the household, and then not like you go on a boys trip and you're looking for fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes the pussy falls in your lap, bro. Like, and then, but the caveat is that you can't bring nothing back. So no kids, no fucking drug addiction, no, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. No girls DMing, none of that. You know, so like that, I don't know. Like, but could you handle that on the flip side?
Like your girl going out.
Nah.
See, here's
Fuck
the
no.
thing. Here's the thing. It
And
goes
that's
back
where
to
we're gonna
that.
say,
It goes
yeah.
back to what we were saying earlier. I I don't think women cheat recreationally.
Mhm.
I just don't. I think if they come to the point where they're cheating, I feel like there's some unfulfilled need met, right? So I remember one time, like I was out to dinner with my girl at the time. I saw this old man. I saw this old man with his wife, like lovely, looks like they've been married for 20 years. We saw this girl walking outside the restaurant. She had a fat ass. We both looked, and we both looked at each other like we just had, like, even if you love your girl to death, you still look everywhere you walk around like, damn, like I'll fuck the shit out of her, and it's like constantly. It is constantly, and like how many times you walk by, like maybe I'm just fucking something's wrong with me, but every time you walk by, you
And
see a
there
girl,
it
you see
is.
a girl, nice ass, and you just like, damn,
Even I mean, girls do that shit.
yeah,
Mhm.
Girls will look at other girls and be like, "Yo, she's fucking fine or she's beautiful." We don't
yeah.
look at other niggas and be like, "Yo, it's a fine ass dude." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, who said that?
James. But like, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't even know if it's just cheating. I don't think women, and when we say women, we just mean like the majority. We don't mean all women because we know some women are savages too, right? But I don't think women even just like have sex recreationally. You know, like that's what we're talking. Like we can have sex with said girl 5, 6 times and be straight, but we already know like the cutoff is 3, so I'm gonna cut
but
you off at 2 and be
but
out.
we also talked about that scientifically proven where the DNA thing. So can't blame them at the end of the day with the catching feelings and stuff like that. Like it can't. Some of them you just can't because they get that attachment at the 1 or 2 times, and then we say they can't do it recreationally. They're vibing off something. If it's the personality that we're putting down, or what or whatever, they're connecting to that. So if they go in 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, then at that point it's, yo, I'm really liking this dude. I'm coming over doing this. We got that connection, and that's when it becomes that, hey, feelings gonna start to develop and all that stuff. So, James, man, you been quiet, man. What you
What are you
Man,
looking at, bro? You look like you're being,
what do you
look like you're being held hostage or something.
you do look
no,
like
I mean I'm listening, but I can't be a side dude.
Oh
I
well,
yeah,
mean,
nigga, you
we
should have
said
told
that.
us
Yeah,
that. We
yeah,
all
we
said
yeah,
yeah,
they
yes.
did. Yeah, we said we
yeah.
can't
I
be
mean,
that.
I can't be a side dude. Not only that, because I'd want to, if I'm gonna have sex with you, I need to have some kind of emotional connection with you. I just can't fuck anymore. Um,
You
yeah, I
mean
just
like
can't be a
multiple
side dude.
times? Like if it's
If I
more
hit
than
once,
once, you have to have emotional connection.
no, if I hit once, if I hit more than once, it's definitely gonna be an emotional connection going
Oh,
on.
got you.
And for me to even hit it once, I'm gonna need to know more than just your first name. And like, I don't know, I just tread a little different, So can't
Over
be a
the
side
years,
dude. Uh, that shit, I don't know. I always think about like what is it? Think like a man when Zeke was walking down the street and the dude was like, "Oh, Zeke the freak."
Hmm.
Sometimes I feel like that dude. Like, damn, man, I have ran my, it has ran its course. I'm like,
mm.
I don't want to be Zeke the freak no more. You
Oh yeah,
know. So yeah, polygamous relationship, I just couldn't do it. Um, I couldn't be in a relationship knowing that I'm a openly cheat or whatever, and be okay with my girl being able to do it too. You know.
mm.
Yeah,
Understandable.
that's an interesting thing you're saying about like connections. Like I actually got to like I think it's maybe something you get older, but
It's definitely age.
I'm actually like I want to have like I'm not trying to be in a relationship necessarily, but yeah, I don't actually want to sleep with girls that I don't even want to like hang out with at all, or like have a conversation, or like I like, or they just look good. And like I'd still do it, but I'd still
Mhm.
like I prefer it to be where I actually. I mean, I would still do it, but I prefer that they actually like have a personality and they're like
Right,
someone
more,
interesting to talk to, and
more.
we actually have a vibe and a connection. Because like after a while, sex does just become sex, and it's like how many times can you just fuck, and
Fuck. Yeah,
Mhm.
and you just kind
like
of like spinning in circles. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
like I've had sex with some good looking girls. I've had sex with some. What'd you say? Io, some. What do you call them? Some booger wolves. I've
Booger wolves
Boo.
having
Gefilte
had
fish,
a
sex.
brother.
I've had sex with some gefilte fish. But it feels like sometimes
The
I feel
white
like I need to have
sheep.
that connection. You need that. I need that connection. Yeah,
Oh,
and no, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
being held
mean,
hostage. Motherfuckers.
no, you look
I
like you're in
think,
a fucking interrogation
I'm
room.
just the
yeah,
floor, man. I be on the floor. I'm comfortable. I've
yeah.
been sitting in a
The
desk chair
Kevin
all
Hart
fucking
movie,
day.
The
That
Man
fucking
from
back
Toronto.
hurts. That shit is so
Uh,
sad.
but
Kevin
yeah,
Hart is bad. Like I said, bro, he's got
I
to be
mean,
the
it's.
richest. Go ahead, do your talk. Go ahead.
I mean, he's Drake, bro. He's just setting records. That's all he's doing. God,
Who's record, man? Record for the worst movies?
but yeah, he's. I'm saying though, he's just setting records. He's box office, selling out arenas and shit like that. He just like is everywhere.
Stick to that
Um,
shit.
but it is what it is. But yeah, yeah, we need. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be a side dude, but could I do it? Yes.
Yeah.
Would I want to be in a polygamous relationship?
No.
Probably not. And especially if it's one sided, maybe. If it's two sided, where she's around with other dudes, nigga, no.
no, yeah.
Definitely fighting every day.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah, I don't want to be a side dude now. Like not at this current
Oh
moment in
no,
my life.
Yeah.
Like
No.
I have
No.
been, but I don't want to do that shit anymore. There's a lot
No.
of shit that I don't want to do anymore. Like any situation where it's like messy or there's a potential for it to be messy. Like I have a lot of
hmm
shit going on. I'm
Hmm.
actually like focused in my life. So one thing is like I'm now looking at women in terms of like are you going to be a good fit, like even if we're going to be in a relationship, which I could be open to down the road, or even if we're just dating casually, like you have to fit into my life. Like you have to be the kind of person who's like my speed. You have to be able to deal with the fact that I'm busy, I'm working. You have to like
Mhm.
fit into that plan where you're understanding the life I'm trying to live. And then like if that shit's not on point, then it's probably not going to go anywhere. And even just casual stuff, like I got to a point in my life where even it's just casual, like I actually do want to like them, and I'm not like putting this label up that like I'm permanently single or city boys forever. Like that's a phase of my life, but I've been like single for like 3 years now. It's like at this point, I'm open to anything. But yeah, I just don't want to like I don't want to waste my time on like any, not even just sex relationships. I'm talking like I want my friends to be people that I fuck with. I don't want to kick it with people just to kick it and like go party. Like I want you to be like interesting. I want all the people in my life to be like interesting on a level that's like above superficial. You know what I mean?
yeah. I think James said it too. Like it comes with age, right? You just kind of grow into that. Like actually, fuck no, not age. Let's say, yo, asking
Maturity.
asking Siri, but um,
Ooh.
it comes with time. You know, like because you can get a lot. You can experience a lot between 24 and 26, but you can also experience the same amount between 30 and 36. You know, it's just
Right.
the time and the experience that you encompass into that, not really the age. But yeah, I think we all kind of on the same accord. Like, yeah, could you do that? Yeah, except for James. But would you want to do that? Nah. And that was a big key that you said right there. I was like, I'm not wasting my time with any of my relationships. Like I'm not even just gonna have a girlfriend and have a girlfriend. Like I'm gonna have a girl that
Hmm.
I'm trying to build some shit with. And
Mm.
then with my homies, same thing. Like, yo, at this point, I got all my niggas. Like, like I don't need no new friends, Drake shit. But
Yeah.
like, if you bringing something productive to my life, and not selfishly, it's like, yo, I got a lot of time, I got a lot of energy that I need to put towards something. If you're not helping me towards that, then it's not worth it, fam. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
hope you look at me the same way. Like, if you're not helping me grow, then
Then what are you here
no
for?
reason for us to even, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that was key, but let's get off that shit. Where Tim at? Still putting his baby to sleep?
Shit,
Um,
this nigga went to sleep.
we got anything else for a relationship corner?
Yeah, let's see what else popped up in the chat.
James, man, you watching something?
Oh well, we need. Well, I won't even call it out, but yeah, putting your foot down. I think was one we did. We talk. We even talked about putting your foot down. What happened?
We
Uh,
have talked. I'm pretty
kind
sure
of,
it
yeah,
came from
yeah,
Oh, we did.
somewhere. It has.
yeah. We talked
Okay.
about it a little bit, but
Well, some things that
We-
like you won't let slide, or some things that
hmm
like, you're like, yo, nigga, like I
yeah,
have to do this. Is that what you mean? So,
Yeah, we had talked about that.
what are some things in a relationship that you like absolutely, we can use the term, have to put
Wouldn't
your
these be
foot
like the
down?
same thing as like the red flags though?
Nah, it's more like stuff that you like are is necessary, like for you to move forward. So like one I put down is like I need time to myself and I need time with the homies.
yep,
Like it could be a red flag. Like if she's not letting you do that, then
Mm-hmm.
yes, nigga,
hmm
bye.
Yeah.
But that's me putting my foot down. Like, oh no, like, well, I hate when they do the fucking. You kick it with them all day. The memes go around for 23 hours, and then you leave for an hour, and she's crying. Like, how you gonna?
yeah,
Yo, I've been here all day, fam.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
But like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of surface level, I think, for me. But it's huge in my life. Like you have to be able to, even if we're not talking. I actually heard this too on like a podcast. Like there's two things. Like it's about the way that she kisses you, and then if you're able to, if you guys are able to just be in a room and not even really talk, but like say Netflix is on, or you're on the laptop, or she's on her phone or laptop, or you know, and you guys are cool, then you guys are solid. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? But that's one thing that you can call that quality time or whatever, but if we go back to the love languages, but that's one thing I really like. Like I
hmm
have to be able to just chill in silence. You
yep,
know what I'm saying? Like it might be a random like, oh shit, whatever. But for the
I
most part, it's
guess
pretty quiet. I'm kind of locked in.
yeah,
I guess I'm different. Like I like to be around. Not saying like I come from chaos, but I pretty much come from chaos, and I like to be around hectic situations, upbeat situations. When it's too quiet, I kind of feel like something's about to happen that shouldn't, or something's going on when somebody's thinking something that they shouldn't be
hmm
thinking, or what are they thinking? So I feel like
yep,
if something's always going on, like a continuum, I feel at peace. I feel like at ease, like a comfort.
hmm
For me to put my foot down, I feel like I feel if communication hasn't been key, and I feel like we going in a different direction, and things could be talked about, to put us back on track. That's when I put my foot down. Like I rather sit back and think about like, damn, why are we going in this different direction? Have we grown apart so much? Than to be like, oh fuck, I'm up out of here. Old me, you piss me off. Like
Same.
you get my color wrong, motherfucker. I'm like, yo, this shit is over. Now I'm like shit. Maybe I should explain to her why my color is this color, or just breaking down steps more so, and being a little bit more patient, in a relationship than before, and just acting off emotion. You know,
yeah.
emotions make us cry sometimes.
I don't do that.
See, that's what Chris Brown should have had on this shit. That shit hot.
So it's crazy because you have mentioned before about James about it being quiet and you thinking, all right, like what's going on? Like, did I do something? So
Hmm.
you definitely mentioned that before, and it's crazy to see the growth that you now and before. It's crazy. So I
Man,
applaud you for real because it's hey,
whew.
do your thing, bro. For real, for real.
I was
You
losing hair
definitely.
over that shit.
You
Hey,
lost it, nigga.
hit the button, hit the button,
I was
hit the
losing hair
button,
over that shit, boy.
hit the button. Yeah, the foot down. I definitely think it's the time. Because I think too much time together can fucking derail some shit. Like for real, too much fucking time together can derail. anything.
Mhm.
So yeah, that having that time, having that, I say putting the foot down with having that time for yourself or with your friends to where you don't have to look over your back and be like, oh, I'm going out. I'm about to go out with the podcast, the podcast guys, um, and not have to be like, oh shit, I got to text and do this, or I got to check in and all that. To
I
be
find
able
it
to
funny
be
that
cool.
fuck.
Yeah, what you find now? You find it funny? An hour and 30 minutes? Like, come on now. It's yeah. I agree with you, Dino. Like, I think that time is you need that time, man. And I mean, it goes back to what I said earlier with the having that same conversation over and over and over with for 25 years. You spend every day, waking minute, whatever, with the same person. The more you're gonna find more shit that irritates you than shit that makes you happy. It's just
I don't know.
fact.
I feel like in like 25, 30 years, because I know some people that have been married for 50. There's
Mhm.
things that you'll find eventually that'd be different. Like, I mean, of course, if you come home from work every day at 5 p.m.,
Yep.
hey, honey, how was work? That shit'll get old. That shit's old after 3 weeks.
But
You know?
those same couples, one of my say mentors, been married for 47 years. One thing he does is every other Saturday he goes fishing with his guys all day.
Yeah, yeah,
That's it. He
yeah.
he gets that escape. There's no
Right,
questions. He don't have to answer anything. And when I
right,
joke with him, I'm like, I don't know how your wife deals with you because when you talk, like I get annoyed, just like joking with him. And he'd be like, no, after so and so years, we learn to deal with each other. She does her
yeah,
thing, I do my thing, and we just come together. I'm like, that makes sense. But he gets
right.
that time. She gets that time to go get her nails, feet done, whatever, hang out with her. It's so yeah, still need that time away from each other, I think, before
Word,
too much time together. Because, like I said, can fuck some shit up.
right. Because even so, for myself, like with speaking on the time thing, Shorty, like, I'm gonna get a gym membership. I said, no, you're not. Not the same gym. No.
No, definitely not. Different gym.
Hey, nah, no way. You ain't about to work with me fucking up my workouts. No, no.
Hmm.
So we already at the crib enough. Ain't about to be at the gym with you too.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do it. Mm-mm.
You have shit to
I
talk
think
about.
It's, yeah, you got to have something. Something has to happen outside of y'all being together for
Right.
new conversations to come. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
hear what you just made up in your head. You know what? I was just thinking about
Yeah.
what
Oh
if what if
God,
I
you
was
start thinking, fuck.
yeah, if I was a bug, would you still love me? Get the fuck
Man.
out of here. What are you
No, you
talking
saw me
about?
squat spider yesterday.
What?
Mm.
You said a
Damn.
spider?
Yeah, she said if I was a bug, I said no because you saw me squash a spider yesterday. What do you think I'm gonna do? The fuck?
Oh, the homie spider from LA.
All right,
Wow.
cuz.
See, hey, he
All
put
right, what you putting your foot down on, man?
the
Well, for
spider.
me, no, it's pretty simple. Like the number one thing for me that I won't tolerate is like my woman wanting to slow down my self improvement and like the shit that I'm building. Right.
Mm,
So for me, like I have these dreams for like what I want. Like obviously I've accomplished a lot of things, but with the business, like my plan for what I want to do with business wise, that's not a 5 year plan. That's a rest of my life plan. And I'm gonna be on that shit every single day. Like I started working today at 8 this morning. So I'm going on what 13 hour day so far, and it's going to be like that. So I'm going to be working on the business. I'm going to be going to the gym every day. I'm going to be going to meetings. I'm going to be networking, meeting new clients and shit. So like one thing that I think that happens, we've talked about this before, is that a lot of things that attract you to the woman was attracted to in the first place, your ambition, your drive, you're keeping yourself in shape, you're being social, all that stuff. That's what's attracted to you. But I think when you get in a relationship, they don't do it on purpose, but I think women subconsciously try to like bring you down and slow you down for a little bit. So you ever know, like there's like all sorts of examples you've seen where like, oh, don't worry, you don't have to go to the gym so much here. You just you have a cookie, like it's not a big deal, blah blah blah. It's like, oh, you work so much, like why don't you just stay home with me more? It's like none of that thing is gonna happen, right? And for me, one thing a woman needs to know is that Like my mission's gonna come before you, literally. My plans and for what I want to do in my life, like any woman that's in my life, comes second to that, and she's
Yeah.
gonna have and she's just gonna have to deal with that. And it takes a certain, like, some women want the kind of guy who's gonna chill, who's gonna want to go out who's gonna want to go out and do dates and stuff all the time, which you still should do, or who wants you to stay home and watch TV and wants you to be around with the kids 24/7. And like, I'm not gonna do that, right? I'm gonna be perusing around the world, getting my shit done. When I'm with you, when I'm with the kids, all that time is going to be quality. It's like when I'm with my child, I turn my business brain off and I'm there and I'm present, right? So you got to understand that, like, you would rather have maybe less time with me, but those hours are really focused and present. To where, how many couples, like you said, they're around each other a lot, but the quality of the time they spend together is super low, right? They're just passively watching TV. They're both sitting there on their phones, not having meaningful conversation, and then they wonder why shit goes stale. And I think a lot of women, they subconsciously feel like they want you to be around a lot, but if you actually do it, it'll become like a subconscious turn off to them, because it's like it's too much familiarity. So you need to go out. You need to go out with your boys. Like
he never does anything. Yeah.
One major mistake is, like, if you start ditching your social life for your woman, that's a recipe for fucking disaster, bro. If you get rid of your hobbies and the things you did with your boys, the things that made your life fun, it's going to make you less attractive. B, and it's going to make you both, like, subconsciously resent each other. So I think we're on the same page where basically, like, you need time apart and you need to have aspects of your life. Like, if both of your lives are, like, commingled together, where 100% of your lives are while we run each other, your relationship is going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right.
Damn, did we just collectively agree on something? That's the first fucking time.
Tim would come in and be like, nah, I don't agree.
It's like, no, you should spend every single time. You should schedule it.
No, I mean, I feel like that's pretty much, like, clear cut, that I don't feel like couples would want to be around each other all day. Like I said, what the hell would you be able to talk about? Like, if you went to the grocery store together, you'd be like, oh, it was fun walking down aisle 8 with you, or fucking, working out together. Like, oh, lifting that weight together, that was amazing. Like, that shit get old. Like,
but then
differences.
That's when you start doing shit like that, that's when those problems come up. Why was that one girl looking at you when you were doing this? I was focused on these curls that bring the girls, not the girls that was looking. Like, so, shit.
Have you ever seen couples who like, they've been together for a long time and they spend too much time together? I swear to God, it feels like they fucking age faster, bro. Like,
they start looking like each other.
They look like each other. They look like each other. They age faster. They get out of shape. It's like they commingle into, like, this big blob of loserness, like, just all piled together. And it's just like, y'all need to go do shit separately, because if you spend too much time together, y'all gonna turn more into, like, it's gonna be more of like a fucking BFF loser relationship than, like, a romantic relationship with, like, some spark in it. So yeah. So Tim, we were talking about where you need to put your foot down in a relationship, and some things that, like, your woman needs to stand, and then also some things that they might want you to understand about them. That was a topic.
Well, let me tell you something about 2020-22. I had AirPods and I heard everything. I heard the whole conversation. I literally almost felt like somebody even said,
whoa, so mad at us, bro.
What you mean? I'm letting y'all know. I listen to every. Why are you laughing, Hobbs? What's so funny?
He's about to give us a life lesson. Like,
I'm not giving no life lesson.
Life, LYF.
I can't be no side nigga.
Floor is yours, Tim. Give us your thoughts on everything. You get a. Here's your soliloquy.
You got 5 minutes, man.
Yeah,
Go.
5 minutes. Run it.
Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, because I mean, everything you guys said was accurate. I mean, I agree. I've said it to my wife several times. There's no way in America we're spending 24 hours together. I can't do it. I mean, like, I can do it. I can.
I see what you did there, because you're going to Bosnia. Oh.
I see you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if you get jammed up, don't mention my name. Why you out me, man? Now everybody know I'm about to be out the. Nah, but real talk though, I told her, I said I could spend all day every day with you, but if I do, this ain't gonna last long. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's just, I mean, how do you want it? Because ultimately, like, for example,
How do you
now, like,
feel? Come on, man.
you doing your thing, like, I applaud that. You know, I mean, that's what I want. I want you to have side hustles. I want you to be able to go do other things. Like, there's no way I want to spend all this time with you. It just doesn't make any sense because now, when, like, what's the joy of sitting on the couch together and watching a movie when you spend all day together? What's the joy of doing anything together when you spend all day together? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the infamous when you drop your kid off to daycare, you're gone doing your thing, and then when you pick them up, you just have that natural joy where you're just like excited to see them. If I'm with you all day, bro, I'm like right now, my man, right now, he's so lucky he's my son because I can't get mad at the fact that I had a rock to do for 45 minutes, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah, I agree.
I ain't no father, but I feel like there's gonna come a time where you're gonna miss that you didn't rock, or you couldn't rock him for 45 minutes. Like even Hops' little ass, man. I'd be sitting around like, damn, bro, why you just can't sit in my lap? Now you want the whole couch. You know, like those moments where it's like, damn, man, I remember when you was small and little. Now you all big and shit, doing your own thing. Eating $70 worth of fucking food and shit.
I was about to say eating
Yeah.
ring lights and
That's
shit.
actually one thing they say is like
Eating ring
one of
lights.
the
Now I got this fucking Walmart shit.
one of the regrets people have late in life was that they spent too much time working and not enough time with their kids and their
Kobe.
family too. So it goes both ways. So it's like all balanced. So you know how do you know
Tupac.
how does one know when how does somebody know how to balance your life, right? It's like because sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm working so much and like, damn, when do I make some time for me to have fun? And then sometimes like I'm out having fun and I'm like, damn, I feel like I should be being productive. So it's like, how do you create
Yeah.
I
that
think that's
balance
life.
between different things? Yeah.
Yeah, you're the
Libra, man,
king
you
of
gotta have that
abandoning
balance.
us for
constant
work.
push and pull. Like you're trying to figure it out as you go, and I don't think anybody ever figures it out. You know, I think it's about just trying to live. You know what I'm saying? Like the world we live in is 2022, and shit is costing fucking $8 to fucking fill up my $8 a gallon for fucking gas or fucking gallon of gas, right? So
I just
I have to work,
$95 to
but
fill
I
up my tank.
also shit. The homie's gonna have a Fourth of July, but 4th of July barbecue. I'm gonna go, even though that's gas. But like at the same time, it's like that's that push pull. Like I'm not doing that every weekend.
Yeah, you always gonna be pushing and pulling that car, nigga.
Man, you know what's crazy? I had one of
That's what
my
it's for.
yeah, we had couples over. We had a couple over this weekend, and
Thanks for the invite.
Wow.
couples,
I
Why
and
don't you
got
then
hook me up?
yeah. What do you got? You got a couple right
Ah.
Hey, you
there.
let that nigga Terry bone? Why don't you hook me up?
not a couple
I
of
know I
great.
look better than that nigga.
We want
Hey
to be
man,
invited too.
hey man, can I continue? Nah, so
No.
like one of my dudes was just telling me though he was going that
Dudes, okay.
one of our
Wow.
guys ended up moving to Arizona, right? And then he talking to the dude. Ain't no need to say no names. And he talking to the dude, and then the dude's like, bro, like y'all not living in the city y'all in right now. You know what I'm saying? And then the more I hear that, the more I'm kind of going like, yeah, we all talking about like life and all these things, but it's just like, why are we so infatuated with just the simplicity of the comfortability of what we have right now? Like he instantly just said, y'all not living out, y'all in a box. And it hit me, bro. So I'm sitting there just thinking, I'm going, like when Dino's out there talking about things he's doing in LA compared to what we doing here, I'm going, why are we here? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we really maximizing our full potential by being in a place that's just so it's just what's the word I'm looking for? It's just like
I'll tell you this.
watered down. You know what?
The reason
Let me hear it.
the main reason I left Rochester is the reason I told myself like I'm gonna leave by 2022 and I left earlier, but it's because I felt like I hit a ceiling,
It's definitely a
you
sin.
know. So I felt like I couldn't grow any further. And those that don't know, like I coached at a private school, head coach at a private school, basketball training, AAU program, like everything was up. But I didn't feel like I could go. I got offered a job at RCTC. Like I couldn't. I felt like I couldn't go any higher. I was already at Mayo. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like what more? You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I couldn't go any higher than I was at. or I could. I mean, where I could go, I should say. So the job offers I had, I was like, I don't feel like there's anything else I can do.
Did you
Yeah.
feel like
I want to do
did
as
you
my
feel
man.
like your surroundings just allowed you to plateau, as in like you just because I bet I can assure. I mean, I can't assure you, but I mean I can, but I won't. You being in Cali right now, it's just for a fact that there's somebody out there working harder than you. Because we always say that you're the hardest working person. You got all these jobs. We say all that stuff, but
He's
like you know
No, we're
Jamaican.
for
all
a
hard
fact.
as
He's
fuck.
Jamaican.
But
But you know what
it's
I mean
like,
though. Like I feel like over here, like you're talking to people. There's certain people you connect with, but like there's not
yeah.
enough people, and it just limits exactly
I
what your
mean,
capabilities are.
it depends on what you got going on. Like, so like, I don't. I always feel everything's world to me. So like, I shit. Io's a big inspiration because this nigga works hard as fuck. You know,
Mhm.
because like I can look on Instagram and know this nigga he's not doing the videos no more, but I know this nigga's hardly working. You know what I'm saying? Every single day. You know, and like I was like, oh shit, like, and he's established. You know, and all of us are like that, but he's new to the crew. You know, for me, you know, Tim, you know him for a minute, and then you just
We met him at
Pretty
the
new
same
with
time.
all of you guys, yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
damn
Tim,
near.
you know him
Yeah,
before us,
a
No,
little bit, not much.
but
nope, not me.
okay.
Just met him.
But yeah, but all of us, like I could see, like we all, but that's we go back a little bit, and that's who we surround ourselves with. Like that's how life works. Like
Yep.
no pun. Like there's no we can't force none of this shit. The stars were aligned. Like it's people who newly listen to the pod, and this shit is all virtual. They're like, yo, you guys have good synergy, and I'm like, yeah, because it's just natural. Like we don't have to force shit. We talk like this
What
regular.
What if we
But
all were based out of LA? Like
that's what I
what
was
level do
getting
you think
at.
this
So like.
podcast would be?
Well, it's just our work ethic is going to be the same. So like we can get deep here, no homo, but our podcast could be way bigger than it is. But we chose not to do the work.
Yeah.
You know, we do our work in other areas.
Hmm.
You know, I don't go as hard on this podcast as I do for everything else. I know that
Yep.
for a fact.
Same.
Like, but this is that comfortability factor. Like this is that man zen. Like I can get this shit off. You know, like
Hmm.
I don't. There's no work involved. Like we homies. Like we just chopping. You know,
Hmm.
like and it's dope because people fuck with us. You know, and we get feedback and it's great and. You know, it's fun to run this shit up. Like, it's fun to look at the views. It's fun to look at the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is dope. That shit is love. Like, but are we where we can be? Even in Rochester, no.
Mm.
But if we were in LA, I think our work ethic would be the same, just because this is something
But
that we're not all fully focused on. You know what I'm
even
saying?
mediocre work ethic in LA would elevate us to a higher level
And I'm not
than
in
it
LA.
would. But you know what I mean? In New York, in Cali,
Mhm.
in Dallas, would even elevate us at a higher level than where we're at right now. I
I
Yeah.
truly
think
believe that.
the move definitely helped me focus more on life, the LYF, the brand, because I'm seeing so many different people out and not even like going out. I'm saying like just outside, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to Venice last weekend and just walked around with my shit and people like, oh fuck, that hat is hard. Or this dude walked up to him on me. I actually know, you know, I talked to him about Mayo and shit. He was like, oh, he's a fucking doctor. It's like, oh fuck, fucking bought a shirt from me on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Like went on my website, bought a shirt. He's like, that shit is dope. Like I wasn't really getting that in Rochester,
Yeah.
even in the cities, you know. So that aspect, yes, like you know, I don't know you guys see the fucking rapper. Shout out Nico. He's been pushing my shit heavy, you know,
Hmm.
like because he fucks with it. And I didn't
Hmm.
meet nobody like that really in around Rochester or even the cities. And we was out, nigga. Like
Hmm.
I went out way more in Rochester than I go out now.
Yeah. I think that I think what's dope about all of us is our avenues of approach, like our angle of attacking shit. Like I think that's what makes us five like unique and what makes everything work because each one of us does shit different. Like you were head coach here in Rochester and got job offers here and here. You like I always wanted to be a coach, and people were like, "Oh, hey, you should coach. You should do this." You being the head coach and bringing me in for to coach a seventh grade team started that avenue for me to be like, I'm in now. I'm about to take this shit here. And I went from seventh grade basketball coach to the wide receiver coach of a varsity football team to second in command on the varsity track team coaching. So my shit just keeps each year. My shit is just it's elevating. It keeps going up. At the end of the day, what do I want to be? D1 NFL coach, something like that. But I feel like I haven't hit that ceiling. Do I think I'll hit that ceiling in Rochester? Yeah, Tim. Yeah, yeah. I think that I'll get to that point to where it's like, all right, I've been assistant head coach, or I've been assistant this for 5 years now. Okay, I'm not doing anything else. What do I need? Do I need to take that step out and move? Yeah. But right now, being at Mayo, I haven't hit that ceiling at Mayo to where it's like you can't do anything else. You can't go up because there's always opportunities there. But on the coaching side of it, it's like, am I close to it? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe being the wide receiver coach and assistant head coach for track is my coaching ceiling here in Rochester. Maybe down the road I have to move on to a different place. Do I think I have different chances in Cali? Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's just the nature of the beast of it. But I think if I look at it as, oh man, Rochester's holding me back, in a way to be limiting myself too, because I think there's plenty of opportunities in Rochester that people haven't tapped into.
Facts. Big
Just have
facts.
to put in the work in, like we said with our podcast, that we can be one of the best podcasts in the fucking world. But we made that conscious decision to be like, all of us have shit going on outside of this that take precedence. If this shit is bringing in six figures or so, if it's bringing in five figures, I might be like, yo, let me put more time in this shit. But right now, it's just, hey, we have that coaching avenue, that author, book, teaching, coaching people through writing and expressing themselves, bettering themselves with IO, James with the events and everything. Man, this dude does so many things. I'm like, yo, James is behind this? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, real estate. I don't know. I feel like, like I said, earlier, you just closed on a house.
Yeah.
You're still here. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe if you were somewhere else, you would be selling more houses. Maybe not, because you got to understand. You go to
You being in Rochester helps you.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
You going to California, not only maybe it helps you out, but you still got you got a million more motherfuckers that are just as hungry as you are, doing the exact same job as you.
You don't know
It's,
nobody.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so
I just know because like the thing is, and I'll let y'all go real quick here, but like you'll have some of your boys that come into town that moved out of here. They come back and they be like, "Yo, fam, this is like a farm." You know what I mean? Like it doesn't hit you because we living in it, but then you just like I got cats that come back and they're just like, "How did I do this?" You know,
Oh,
and
definitely.
but
Yeah.
but like Dino can relate, but like for me, I'm like, what is he talking about? I mean, like this is a big town, you know what I mean? But I know you got something to say. Oh, hops.
Um. Well, like I get that point where I think at a certain point, like moving out to a big city, especially for like business opportunities and stuff, is it's just by this like it's just like the law of numbers. Like the more people that are around, the more opportunities you have. But the other thing about it is I've been thinking about how much I can thrive like digitally, even right where I'm at
Yeah.
right now. Because I was just looking through it. Like, so I got my program. I have students in Australia, England, India, Spain, like all over the world, Africa, right? And that's just touching. That's just sitting from here in Rochester. That whole
Wait a
business is
minute.
being ran.
Spain?
Spain, yeah.
Damn.
That's the one you
Everywhere.
went to.
Global.
Everywhere.
But
So it's
see,
like,
Spain
and
kind of
another
dope
thing I
to
was
me,
thinking
bro.
about, like, one thing that's even just like, even taking the location about it was like, even for me personally, all the things I've done. Now, one thing I'm working on is like just uncapping myself, like mentally, right? So even like some of the things I've been working on, there were people that I wanted to reach out to for a long time to like try to do deals with them, and I would have this story in my head that yeah, I've accomplished X, Y, and Z, but I'm still not big enough to start taking shops. So now I'm like, fuck it. I've been reaching out to people who maybe even just 6 months ago, I didn't even think I had a chance to do a deal with. And you just put the fucking shots up, and like some of them shits are going in. And so now I'm like, I'm just taking the caps off of my mind mentally. And it's like, yeah, a lot of people they want to move to like a new town and they think that's gonna change. But like how many people actually have squeezed all of the fucking juice out of the town and the situation they were in before even moving on to the next thing, right? So a lot of people move to LA and they're still not on shit. A lot of people move to New York and they're still not on shit. A
And
lot of
then they
people
end up
move to
moving back.
Miami and then they come back, right? So that a lot of it's like, dude, you first of all like squeeze the juice out of the situation you have now, and then second is like curate your environment. Like a lot of people have these comments about how Rochester ain't shit, and I agree, but I've carefully handpicked the people in Rochester that are on shit. And that's literally, they're the only people I talk to, right? So I'm not rude to people, but there are a lot of people who maybe even just a year ago, 18 months ago, I'd hit up, do this, and this. But like when someone comes to me and they're in like their only conversation is like, oh, bro, like, are you going to Thursdays? Like, it's so lit. I'm like, shut the. I don't want to talk. I literally don't want to talk to you about that. Like, I'm not like on some pedestal. Like, I still go out and hang out with friends, go to the bar and stuff. But like, I hear the way some people talk. It's gotten to the point where, like, again, no offense to other people, because live your life how you want to live. But sometimes when I'm around certain people, just like the level of they're at in their life and the way their conversations are, the things they're concerned about, like it's mentally draining. Like I was in this group chat with these dudes, like good friends, all that, but they're like doing this fantasy draft and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna draft this rookie in the third round. Do you want to swap picks? I'm just like, I'll still play, but like, all right, my picks up, boom. Like, all right, this player's the best one. Click. Like, I don't give a fuck about things like that, right? And so like, now it's just like getting to the point where like I'm blocking out. I literally just wake up and I'm like, all right, how do I get some money? How do I meet some cool people? How do I have interesting conversations? How do I do that? And then even just locally, it's crazy. Like I'm not saying like I'm holier than thou or some shit, but like people I don't even know will literally walk up to me like, damn, I saw your story reposted on Dino stuff. Like that's dope. Oh, I saw some content James reposted yours, content Monte reposted, Tim reposted, right? So like my thing is like I'm trying to put the bat signal. I haven't been doing the videos as much lately because I'm working on other stuff. But all that stuff was like it's kind of like that bat signal because I want to draw people into my life who are fucking with it. So then I don't even have to go out there and like find like-minded people. I'm just gonna put my stuff out there, and I know my shit's dope. So like everyone's gonna come to me like a fucking magnet. So like now I'm not even worried about other people. I'm just doing me, and the people who fuck with it are gonna come in, and then everyone else is just like they for really all intents and purposes, like they just don't exist to me. But then after that, yeah, I'm definitely like I probably give myself a 3-year window in this
yeah.
town, and then I'm gonna probably by the age of 35, I'm gonna leave here for sure.
Yeah, I
What
think I think this
what I
dope. So, right, Dion, you go.
it's because you're from there, Tim, and James too. But what I'll tell you this is people say that.
Bro.
Oh, where you from?
Nah, he from
But
Minneapolis, Chicago.
but like everybody says that from about their hometown. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like people leave LA, be like, oh, LA's whack. Well, not whack, but they be like, oh, I was stuck. You know what I'm saying? And some come back or end up staying wherever they're at. So people say that shit wherever they're at. You know, so
Where
I
yeah, I
don't think
mean,
you should take like real heed to that because
Mhm.
that's
I feel like that
everywhere.
shit happens. I feel like it happens twice. You know, it definitely
Hmm.
happens coming out of high school. Everybody's like, "Oh, where are you going for college?" They want to pick the college in this state. In this state, they want to pick the college in that city. You know, but they all end up at like, for our sake, RCTC in a year or two. You know, then we get older again. We get 25 to about 30. Then they try to leave again, and then at 32, then they're back. You know, so it's like one of those things. Like some people leave and some people make it out. And some people they literally like they leave and they keep on coming back because the place is home. Shit. I left and I came back in high school. I went to live in Chicago and I came back. I was only gone for a year. Um, but the reason why, or the reason what Tim is talking about, I've heard it plenty times. Rochester's nothing. Rochester's whack. Why do you live there? It's a farm. It's flat. It's nothing. And that's why I travel so much. Because for me, it's cheap to buy a house here compared to New York, Miami, LA, fucking even North Carolina. It's cheaper to buy a house here than it is anywhere else that I've known. Even compared to the cities, it's almost cheaper to still buy a house down here.
Yeah.
So I could live here, and I could travel cheaper, and change my destination whenever I feel like it. I'm not working to pay rent, living in Miami, I'd most likely probably would have 2 jobs, maybe 3, paying rent, because all the friends that I know that live there, they work at 3 breweries. I got a buddy that lives out in I got a couple of buddies that live out in Carolina. He's like, dude, I don't know how the hell you travel so much. I'm working a 6-figure job and I'm like still like picking my poison. I'm traveling once or twice a month, so or a year. So it's just one of those things where I feel like the cost of living kind of like favors us sometimes, that we can do more. And like Ayo said, squeezing the lemons and things like that. I feel like shit, I probably made some lemonade here because this town is running amok and I'm about done. I'm about done here. But it's just like I moved so much as a kid, like you said, Chicago, Minneapolis. I don't know where the fuck home is half the time. So I don't like relocating as much. And I feel comfortable being in one spot and not having to move so much, just because like you move so many times and you over that shit. And if you move again, you just want it to be like a permanent spot.
Yep. Well, see, and I'll tell you, there's a part of me that I have a feeling that, like Ayo said, 3 years or whatever it is, I got a 10-month-old, but realistically, he's so young that these friendships that he's gonna establish now at this age, I don't really care about. Like, if he gets to the point where he's, let's say, 8, 9, 10, I truly would like to be at a place that, because this place is just too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really deep down just feel like I want to grind. I want to do what I need to do right now. Right. And when he gets to that age where he starts having those friendships, because I always go back to having true friendships just goes miles and miles away. You know what I mean? And like,
right.
But there's like, because right now I'm like, he's so young, man. Like, I could just, like we talked about at the beginning, where are you working too hard where you're not able to enjoy those moments because they grow up so fast, like you said with Hops, like just sitting on your lap or just holding them. And I'm going, can I sacrifice those moments now and know that when it's time to like where they're actually going to be able to remember me being there, then I actually will be there. And so that's kind of where I just kind of think about. But then again, like Rochester, this city with DMC, with the clinic, there's so much potential. There's a part of me that kind of feels like if I were to leave, all of a sudden, all this hard work that you put in, somebody else is going to come in, just scoop it right on up, and it's just going to be easy breezy. I really believe that with this city.
I feel like you can't. I feel like you judge off someone else's success because they moved away and they had success that you based it on. You're like, oh, you just like we'll just put it. You just joined the real estate business. You sold what, 3 houses, 4 houses, whatever. Not trying to put it out there. You literally just started a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're putting other people's success that they've now been gone 3 years, 4 years, or almost 4 years, what they've built to what you're doing right now. Just fast forward what your work ethic and everything 2 years from now in Rochester. Yeah, you see the billboard with Tim. Yeah, his name's on every billboard around here, every house around here. Yeah, because he's fucking working. You have the potential. I don't think you have your ceiling in real estate in Rochester. It can expand Rochester, Cass.
Monte, check this out. So like Io put these questions on the story yesterday, and I responded to his questions, and my response was consistency. My time will come. And then Io later on elaborates on it and goes, I hate when people say your time will come. And realistically, the reason why I always say my time will come is because I truly feel like, and I've said this 1,000 times before, but I always feel like other people that I'm surrounded by have to get what they want first before I get mine. Just because I don't really have a clear-cut plan of exactly how I'm going to get there. All I do is I believe in consistent, good habits which I wake up in the morning and I show up to the dance and I work, and I just legitimately feel like inevitably it's going to pay off. I just don't have, I can't pinpoint exactly how I can expedite to get there.
Tim,
So like,
Yeah.
talk to me.
you
No, but yeah, I was telling people
you're
like, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
So what I was saying was like, because a lot of people like, because I put that question up, and a lot of I was like, "What's your plan?" And they're like, I'm gonna grind hard every day. I'm gonna have a positive mindset. Eventually, things will come." And I'm like, "No, what is your plan? What are you going to do?" Right? It's like I have a plan. It's like, okay, if I want to get my business to 7 figures in revenue, I need to do this amount of revenue per month. How am I going to get that revenue? I know that I got to get X amount of leads to come in, and then X percentage of them that are convert. Okay, how do I get those leads? I have to reach out to X amount of people with certain audience sizes to get those. Like, so you got to get the actual shit done, right? So like one thing that happens with people like self improvement wise, they kind of have this thing like, okay, I'm reading, I'm working out, I'm going to the gym, I'm bettering myself. But at a certain point, those things just have to be like I said, that shit has to be like brushing your teeth. Like that shit is just shit you're supposed to do, right? The next level is you actually have to map out how you are. If like if you want to get rich, you got to map out how you are going to get rich. If you want to take over a certain city or location, you have to map out how you're going to do it. And time time is not your friend, bro. So like one of the things I say is you want to have a long-term perspective, but every single morning I wake up and I'm like fucking panicking, scrambling, like trying to get as much shit done as fast as possible while keeping like 5, 10 year mind frames in the back of my mind. But there's like actually plans to execute it. And there's like all those shit on Instagram. It's like those reposts. It's like, oh, your time will come. Don't worry, everything's gonna work out. Like that shit is not true at all. Like, most times shit does, like if you just leave it up to its own devices, shit does not work itself out. Most people do fall into a rut. Even talented and ambitious people fall into a rut. And like if you're trying to execute like a really large scale dream, that shit is hard, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm working 12-hour days and it still isn't enough. There's still always more shit on my plate. And if you look at it, like those people who accomplish amazing shit is because like if you want to create like some like a real empire, you have to have like a real level of like obsession with the shit. Like nothing short of like pure obsession. Like think of like, rest in peace. I posted that Kobe thing. Kobe became the best basketball player in the world because all he did was play basketball and practice all the fucking time, constantly. Before practice, before niggas showed up, he was practicing. After practice was over, he was still practicing. Look at Jordan, insane level. Look at Tom Brady,
We
right? So a
talked
lot of
about
people
Michael
they talk
Jackson
shit.
earlier.
Yeah, they talk shit, but they don't. They talk shit, but it's like like people have these pie in the sky dreams, like the level of work required, and like honestly, half the time throughout the day, like it's like fuck, I don't even want to do this shit, bro. Like it's too hard. It's too hard. I'd rather be chilling. I'd rather be having fun. I'm tired. This shit's tedious to learn. I'm cranky. But then you just block out your mind and you still do that shit. And like so that's what I told people. I'm like, hey, sometimes for a lot of people, I say it's probably better. Like if you just realize you're not going to do it. For some people, it might just be better to just like let the dreams go and like live a normal life. Like that's not going to happen for us. But some people like sometimes like the shit is not worth the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Like look at Elon. I would never want to do it. I don't want to sacrifice as much as it would take to do something like him. He was in a podcast. He was like, yeah, to be honest, I'm actually not happy at all. He's like, I work 80, 100 hours a week. That's my entire life. Like I don't have fun. So like I'm not willing to sacrifice on that level, but a couple mil in the bank is something I'm willing to sacrifice for. But yeah, that shit takes a lot of work, and you have to like drop off and make sacrifices and do shit most people just aren't willing to do. Period.
Yeah, I don't think like Monte kind of said, like you shouldn't be comparing somebody else's successes to yours, right? Because it's not the same level. Like even I look at clothing lines, like yeah, I want to get to that level, but I know that that level isn't necessarily equal to what I would want. Does that make sense? Like,
Yep.
um, but I actually had shit on a Facebook memory today, bro. That's what I'm saying. Everything happens how it's supposed to. Like, your only competition is the old you, and like that's it. we could look. We should definitely look at what this person did because when he was successful in the field or any field really, because like you said, Kobe and them, it's all about the work ethic. But I'm gonna definitely take the steps that it took for this guy to get there. But I'm not gonna expect me to get to the same place as him. I'm gonna expect myself to get to my version of that. You know what I'm saying? So like, and as long as I'm better than Dino from 2000, like I think James posted some shit, whatever day. Like I just want to be a better version of myself than I was last year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's all I
Yeah.
want to do. And
Right.
I might not have more money, but I might be smarter and I might be able to run an ad campaign better at that time now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's going to give me more money, more success, or whatever I'm trying to do. Like, it's going to get me the crib by myself, you know, like
Trust the
whatever it might be.
process.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
Like,
trust
yeah,
the
that's all it
process.
is. It's the work. You got to do the work. I think we did the episode last, right? Just do the work,
Mhm.
you know, and
Yeah.
yes, you said your time will come, but if you do the work, the right work, yes, you'll reap the benefits of that work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's more so that's more of just saying like your time will come. You got to get to that you got to get to the right time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not going to come. You got to meet that shit basically.
Yeah, for Tim, like I know you're gonna smash all your goals. Through
Yeah, bro, this is
like,
crazy.
I wasn't even specifically talking about you because like, you're one of those people like when you say your time will come, like it actually will. Like a lot of other people are talking shit. Like you have that motivation and that drive. All that stuff's good. And like you said, Dino, like I have a cap. Like I actually went through and like did an exercise and it was like I actually mapped out how much money I wanted to have to like live my ideal lifestyle. And like this shit doesn't include like private jets or like making a bunch of money. Like I have a cap. Like I have a point where I want to get to, and I'm actually just gonna stop. Right. So it's figuring out what you want. Like a lot of like I look at those dudes on Instagram with the Lambo and all this shit. Like I don't need a Lambo. Like I really don't want one. Like there's certain nice things I want.
Motherfucker don't even know how to drive that shit.
I'm 6'5", nigga. I ain't getting no Lambo.
That shit better be automatic. I tell you that. If it's manual, leave that shit at the lot.
Live your dream. Live your freedom.
Hey, that's a tagline.
Oh, that's a mic drop.
Hey, be who you want to be. Wait, where you at? Be who you want to be. Love who you want to love. Live how you want to live. That's what it is.
Love it.
Peace, love, life.
If this was a spelling bee right now, and it's $1 million, and the word was life, how would you spell it, Dino?
Can we use it in a sentence? LYF, only for life. You know what it is?
You about to miss out on
I'm
$1
gonna make
million.
the bill somewhere else.
Your ass sound like Funk Flex that you know what it is.
You know what it is? Maybe I watched too many freestyles. Damn, we got an hour 20. Fuck. We got
Pop, what's your closure? What you got?
Bro.
Should we talk about the music real quick?
Nah, bro.
All right. Monte, think about it. Demon time. All right, let's get out of here. Mic drops. Let's run it.
No, talk about that verses. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
just get out there. No.
Whoa.
Bro, you can really lose talent, man. It ain't like riding a bike.
You gotta practice. You gotta do the
You
work.
can't pick that shit up. That's
I
crazy.
don't think he can sing though, even though he said he can.
That's facts. One wish when you listen to it, that
No, it's
shit
trash.
sucks.
It's all auto-tune.
That shit sucks, bro. Damn.
Bro, why he
Nah, that
blame
was-
his kid though?
Nah,
That's
he didn't blame his
crazy.
kid.
But how you go from Brandy to Ray? That's
Yo,
damn.
relax. He said he had to apologize to his sister. That shit was funny.
He need to.
Mic drop. My mic drop is just keep at it. Keep at it. You know, got one close today, which I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It feels amazing. You know, and Dino,
Yeah,
you're gonna get one here soon.
My
And
time
it's
is
just
coming.
the time is coming. But never satisfied. Can't rest my laurels. Got to keep going.
Who the fuck is Laurel?
Who's
I still don't know.
L'Oreal.
That's the Umar
Somebody
Side
here done hit a laurel before, though. Probably.
hit a
Laurel?
Laurel
What
and
would
a
a Laurel
Lorraine.
even look like?
What does that mean now?
That's a person's name, Laurel.
Laurel?
Sounds like an old bitch.
Right?
There's a person named Laurel. I bet you there's a person named. Rest on your laurels. Yeah.
Rest
Maybe.
on your laurel.
Okay. Mic
Get
drop.
that commission.
My side
James,
chick got
you
a
got
5S
one?
with a screen crack.
And she still hit me back right away.
Yeah.
What?
Mic drop, man. Move in silence. Let people see what they need to see, and that's it. Move on. don't be trying to impress everybody because somebody's still gonna hate. And I don't know. I think I saw some. It was a reel I was about to create. I think Io, you did it, but I don't think you had the full length of the reel where it had said something about like with the Cavs. In the full length, I think the dude was like, if they keep hating on that and you fix it and you you show that you like took appreciation for the hate, you got to find new haters or some shit like that. So I don't know. You'll see it soon probably, but definitely keep it moving. Niggas got dog food to buy. That shit expensive too. Niggas I'm
Real
complaining about that
G's
shit.
move in silence like lasagna.
Like lasagna.
Bro, sit back and find some light, bro. You're dark right now.
Nigga, your background's blurry.
Mic drop. Dude, yeah, like we've all been saying, like do the shit you want to do. Don't do the shit society wants you to do or celebrities on Instagram. Hell, don't even do the shit I want you to do. Right? Like whatever makes you happy. Like you could be happy making $60K a year, living in a nice little home, chilling with your family if that's what you want to do. So like, don't let anyone impose their dreams on you. Like, make your own shit and then just do that shit and you'll be happy.
It's really sound live your freedom-ish, but it's cool.
That is true. Live your freedom. I should have just said live your freedom. Live your freedom.
Mic drop is
We're not doing that.
I wasn't even about to say that or anything like that. I was about to say, damn, I was about to say that.
I know, I can
That just
tell.
fucked me up. Live.
Peace, love, and
No,
light.
not for hey. I don't know. Move in
Alright.
silence.
This nigga took everybody's.
Continue to do what
He
you
the one that
do.
was in the class, like, yeah. I was gonna say exactly
Yeah,
what he just said.
hey, I did what he did, but
Yeah, he took mine.
hey, my birthday's in a week.
Hey, the nigga that want to read next, but read the next 3 paragraphs, so he know exactly which words is in there and shit.
What page 52 on?
Wow.
But all right, fellas.
What the? This nigga.
Can he not do a mic drop before your bald head ass get out?
I don't got shit
Man.
either. So, I mean, y'all know what it is, man. So, end of the day, live your freedom, peace, love, and life. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Five Mics podcast. Io, Monte, Tim, Hops. I'm Dino. Stay up and pray up to your days up. We fucking out of here, B. Oh, I got to push end
Peace.
We got to time this better. This.
He left.